everyone, my name is Linette McPhetridge, and I am so excited to be coming to you tonight to tell you about a new opportunity that I'm involved in at the Laurel County Public Library. I'm going to be coming to you, hopefully often, with cooking videos. Now let me start with a disclaimer that I am not a professionally trained chef of any kind, but I do have a passion for cooking and baking. And so I thought I would share that with you. So tonight, what we're going to do first is talk about a couple of the cookbooks that are available at the library. If you've not been to the library and checked out the amazing collection of cookbooks that we have available to us, I encourage you to do that. One of the ones that I wanted to share first was, this is a Food Network cookbook, and it is $10 meals. And when I pick up a cookbook, and I don't know how you judge a cookbook, but when I pick them up, the first thing I have to do is look at the content page, because I want to see if they actually have stuff in there that I would fix. So we have the typical appetizers, soups, salads, all the good stuff. And there's also a selection for breakfast. I'm a big breakfast person, so that's real important to me. And then I like to look, I call it the pages before the pages. Now, since this is a $10 dinner, you would think that there would be some information on saving money, and there is. This author has done an amazing job. There's several tips from grocery shopping to managing your pantry, items that need to go into your pantry, all kinds of good things like that. There's several pictures, very colorful pictures, and pictures help me because it helps me to know what my dish is supposed to look like. And I thought I'd share a couple of hints that she put in here because I thought they were pretty neat. Most of us think of freezing meat as a way of saving money. This lady wrote, and her name, by the way, is Melissa Abrian. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Should have practiced that before I got on video. But she says why she does not freeze whole chickens. It says even when whole chickens are on sale, they are often not much cheaper than the full price chicken. I've never really thought about that, but it's true. A whole chicken takes up a lot of space in the freezer and takes up to 2 days to thaw. So her thinking on that is, if you're going to use a whole chicken, just go ahead and buy a whole chicken and use it within the next day after you buy it. So lots of good hints there, so I'm sure we'll be using that one a lot. Now, cookbooks are often categorized. You may have cookbooks on certain diet plans. You know, if you're interested in starting a certain diet, you might want to go check out a cookbook to see if the foods that are suggested for that diet are even things that you're going to like, or if there's a particular skill that you're wanting to learn. I love to bake bread. This book would be for me. It's called the Bread Bible. So perfect. And if you, baking bread can be a little challenging sometimes. This book has tons of hints on how to make it better. Everything from using the bread machines, proofing ovens, just letting it rise in your kitchen, all kinds of things like that. Not a lot of pictures, but the ones that they do have, check that out. That's a good picture. And you know, if you look at a picture like that and you're like, oh my gosh, I could make that, it's pretty encouraging. So lots of specialty cookbooks. Something that I am very passionate about is having children involved in the kitchen, because I feel like if you don't get children involved early, you know, let them make a few messes in the kitchen and learn to like to cook, then they're not going to develop that interest. And cooking is a life skill, right? So the library has a very good collection of cookbooks that are just for kids. And they need to be colorful, okay? Catch the kids' attention, and as this one is. Okay, something else. Let's say you have certain health conditions, you know, that maybe you've got a diagnosis and you have to have restricted diet or diet modifications. This one is a diabetic's dream dessert. Now, when I first picked this up, I always look for pictures. There's no pictures in this cookbook, so that disappointed me a little bit. But then I got over the top excited about the information that's at the front of the cookbook, which, like I said, is where I always like to look. This has an entire chapter, like, let me just show you, like that much, on teaching you how that sugars, carbs, fats, fibers, all of those things impact your blood sugar levels. So lots of informative information. So for someone that maybe is struggling with their diabetes, or that has recently been diagnosed but is a dessert person, you know, so everybody has to have their dessert, this would be a really good cookbook just for that information. Okay, and then we have the crown jewel of cookbooks. Now, years ago, almost every single kitchen had the Betty Crocker Big Red Cookbook. It just, you had to have it. It was the cookbook to have. This one is a keepsake edition, and actually it's called the Bridal Edition. And the front of this one has everything you would ever want to know. It goes through kitchen gadgets, everything that you could ever need in a kitchen. And how nice is that to give as a gift, or to inform maybe a young couple of things that they need in a kitchen. It goes through measurements, how to set tables, how to plan parties. I mean, if you want to know it and it relates to cooking or kitchen, it's probably in this cookbook. Now, the pictures in this, there's not so many for the recipes, but there's other pictures that are very important. Like, look at this, all these different cuts of meat. You don't get that in a lot of cookbooks. There was another one I wanted to show you back here. It goes through all the different vegetables. I can't find the picture now, I didn't mark it up. It goes through just everything. I can't cover it all. There's so much in this cookbook. So I hope that you will join me, and hopefully we will have a good time together. We're going to plan menus. Hopefully we'll keep on a budget. We'll have a good time. I will make sure that my email is shared. If you have questions or comments, recipes that you would like to see, just let me know, and we'll do that together. Okay, so if you've not had a chance, get out to the public library real soon, get yourself a cookbook, and let's get started cooking.